Aloha, beautiful islands of American Samoa, and welcome to our self-advocacy podcast series. My name is Hope Maui, and I'll be your host for today. We are honored to have a very special guest with us. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Miss Naomi Pou-Lynn A. Miss Naomi recently competed in the Miss American Samoa Pageant, where she dedicated her platform to help raise awareness for people with disabilities and promoting inclusion through advocacy, early education, and autism screening for children. Today, she will be sharing her passion of creating a more inclusive community, the importance of early education, and how we can all work together to support individuals with disabilities and their families. Welcome, Naomi, and thank you for joining us here today.
Good morning, Tala Falava. Thank you so much for having me this morning. I'm so excited.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Yes, of course. I am Naomi Pou-Lynn A, Vaouli Manatua. After na Pitava Posilio Naiuli. Yes, that long name was given to me by my mom, of course. I am 19 years of age. I'm currently a student at ASCIL pursuing a major in pre-law. In hopes to become an attorney, I currently reside in Afonotele, and I am so happy to be here with you this morning.
Okay. Are you ready to answer the first question?
Yes.
Okay, so the first question is, you recently competed in the Miss American Samoa Pageant with disability awareness as your platform. What inspires you to choose this cause?
Of course. Thank you so much for the question. So before the pageant occurred, there was a question given to us saying, um, they asked our individuals about our platform topics, and then they told us your platform topic should be about what you are passionate about. For me, from my experience, I chose disability because it has been a big journey for me growing up with losing sight with one eye has made me lose confidence in the public. And over time, I feel like this disability of mine should be a platform for me since it has given me the much experience to overcome it and to also gain much confidence in public with people. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so do you also have someone else that has the disability in your family?
No. It's
Okay.
just me that has this disability, and it's been a struggle since I'm the only one in the family that has this disability, but over time it makes me uniquely different.
And that makes you special.
Yes, of course.
We are unique in our own ways.
I know, exactly.
Okay. Um. So the next question is throughout your journey, um, what have you learned from individuals with disabilities and the disability community in American Samoa?
Of course, thank you. That's a very wonderful question. One thing I've learned throughout my journey in regards to people that has disability is that we are sticking too much with the definition of it. Learning disability is defined as limitation. Most of our people who has disability are mostly emphasizing on that definition of limitation. Yet with my journey in this competition, I chose to be initiative and change that definition to uniqueness and it is strength. Although disability is defined as limitation, disability makes you uniquely different and it is your strength that makes you powerful and uniquely beautiful. So throughout this journey, I believe that most people, like I've seen, I've noticed, our people with disability are not really going like outside and
Yeah.
enjoying who they are and be uh, like an outside person just because of that definition. And one thing that I would love to change within our people is their belief that your disability is not just a weakness and it's not just a limitation for
Yes.
you. You are able to, the blue sky is the limit. You're able to become whatever you want.
Oh, yes. I really love that.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so the next question says, what do you think our community can do to become a more inclusive and accessible for individuals with disabilities?
Thank you for the question. Within our community, there's that saying said, it takes a village to support one person. And I think with that statement, it proves to us that with our community, we need more inclusive by helping other people. For instance, like when we go to school, we must feel that specific comfortability that most people have. Like we must give people the idea that although we have a disability does not mean that we should be treated different from the other
Differently.
people, right?
I agree with that.
So we have to be treated equally, equal opportunities for both, for everyone in this world, because we all deserve to be loved. We all matter. We are all uniquely beautiful as how God made us. Therefore, we should feel comfortable as they are because we are human beings.
Yeah.
So therefore, we should be loved the same and be treated equally. Yes.
Yeah, because we understand everything around us.
Of course, yes, we have our own feelings.
Yeah, we have things.
Yes.
So, okay, the next question is, wait. So, what are some of the biggest conceptions about people with disabilities that you hope to change?
Thank you for the question. So yes, as I said before with the recent question that was asked, is that one of the biggest misconception that our people are currently encountering, like us that has disability, is how we think. Because most of the time, like how our daily lives, it's basically controlled by what we think. So if you think negative, then over time you will have the negative emotions overruling you. So
Yeah.
one thing that I would love to change within the community, one of the biggest misconception that we have been dealing with is having the mentality that we are not able enough to do what we want to become, or to become who we want to be. And that misconception has somehow led us to the mindset that, oh, it's a disability, so we are not
Yeah,
able
we're
to
not
become
able
this.
to.
Yes, it's to become this, become that. And over time, like what I said with my faith, during my pageant season, I've mentioned that with my faith in Jesus, it has somehow changed the way I think. That's why it's important to rely more onto His Word so that He will transform your mind into more of the positivity and to more of the good things that He has for us. So over time, I used to believe, well, I'm going to speak with my experience, right?
Okay.
So before growing up, I've allowed condemnation to overrode my mind, which is when I go to public, I always think, oh, these people are not gonna like me. These people are gonna treat me different. They're gonna discriminate me. Over time, I've been having that thought growing up until when I was in high school. God proved me wrong that I am not neglected. I am not different from the world, but you can be different in Jesus, in your spirit, and then you will be set apart
Yes,
from the
amen.
world, right? Amen. And yes, so that's one of the biggest misconception or the biggest wrong belief that we had is we believe that, okay, I have this disability, so that means I cannot do this. I
Yeah.
am limited to doing this and doing that. And one thing I hope to change is may we let us change the way we think, right?
Yes.
Change the thoughts that we have, believing that, oh, I am not going to do that because I am not able. I cannot do it. Well, there's that saying said, right believing leads to right living. So if you believe right, then you will live right. So yes, that's the biggest change I would love to change within our people is that we are able. We are much more.
Yeah,
We are
capable
sufficient.
of doing anything.
Yes, exactly. We are. Thank you.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing your experience.
Of course.
Praise the Lord. Amen. I love. So the next question is, as someone pursuing a career in law, how do you hope to use your education and future career to advocate for equal opportunities and disability rights?
Mm, Thank you so much for the question. Well, growing up, I've always wanted to be a teacher because my mom used to be a teacher at Manumalo Academy, and I was sort of influenced by her and her current job. And then over time, there was during high school, I don't think you remember,
Yeah.
me and Jara attended the close-up trip in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way during that experience, my interest sort of escalated to becoming a teacher to wanting to become an attorney because we went to the Capitol Hill. We've experienced a lot of court trials and a lot. Yes. So somehow I was like, okay, this is so interesting. Let me introduce myself to this area. And over time, to relate this experience to my disability topic is that I've always had that mindset saying, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too. So if I'm an attorney, well, currently we don't see anyone with disability becoming an attorney. But for me, I always have the mindset of being initiative and to, explore, experience new things in life. I was like, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to tell the world that if they can do it, I can do it too.
Yes.
If they can become an attorney, I can become an attorney too. As long as you have that belief that right believing leads to right living, as long as I emphasize on that thought, saying that I can do this, then I will live by it. Then, okay, you can do it because you're believing that you can do it. So yes, that is how I relate my educational journey towards disability is that if they can do it, I can do it as well. I can become whatever I want.
Yes.
The blue sky is the limit.
Yeah,
Yes.
your experience also reminded me of the NHS. Well, everyone didn't think that we could able to attend the NHS, but I was able to do that.
Okay, yes, that is one of the powerful statements. I really agree with you. Most people believe that, okay, disability means it affects your brains as well. Like,
Yeah.
hello. But then seeing you up there as an NHS member proves to people that, no, we can do much more than what you think. We are
Yeah.
much more.
We can do much more.
Yes, exactly.
And we will continue to surprise you all.
Of course, we have more surprises. Just wait.
Okay, the last question is, can you share a moment during the Miss American Samoa journey that strengthens your passion for disability awareness or changed your perspective on advocacy?
Yes, thank you so much for the question. A moment during the Miss American Samoa that has somehow empowered me to raise awareness when it comes to disabilities is during the actual pageant. Because the pageant was a 3-day pageant. So the first night was a nerve-wracking night for me, knowing that I'll be from the big audience. People will see me with my disability. I was nervous. I was scared, and over time before the pageant started, I was having these emotions within me, giving me fear, anxiety. I was pretty much depressed on that stage. I was, all that. And then the powerful moments afterwards was after the pageant when people in the audience came up to me and told me, wow, you are such a powerful performer. Like, you are so strong standing up with your disability. Well, your disability has somehow changed the way we think of disability people. And I was like, oh, well, I am grateful. Like, I'm so happy that this has happened. And that was with those comments has empowered me to raise awareness for people because of how they approached me, of how their impression towards me due due to my performance on that stage, has helped me gain more confidence and gain more strength during the journey of Miss American Samoa in regards to my disability. I hope that answered your question.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a question here from Mr. Alofa. It says, in your opinion, what makes you a strong advocate, and how have those strengths helped you support others? Thank you for the question. Well, an advocate is not an easy task to do. It's it has its pros, it has its cons, and so forth. Well, for my experience, what has made me a strong advocate is that seeing people going through the same situation as me, it's one of my biggest fear. Like having you go through the same process I went through of condemnation, of negative emotions, of being held back by my own thoughts, has given me the strength that I gotta get out of my comfort zone, but I gotta make a difference and go out there and show the world that I can be this, I can be that. And somehow it has strengthened me to be a better advocate, that the more I share about my experience, the more I share about my transformation, the more I share about my strength, it will empower some people who have not yet identified the purpose or have not identified their strength with what they are going through. Yes, thank you, Alofa, so much for your question. It's very powerful and I am grateful. Yes.
For our younger viewers with disabilities who dreamed or wants to become an advocate but aren't sure where to start, what advice would you give them?
Thank you for the question. Well, we all don't know where to start. Like even me, I did not know where to start until, well, for me, I started from me. The first thing you must change is yourself. In order for you to become an advocate, you must change who you are. Change the way you think for yourself. Change the way you claimed yourself to be. Because as an advocate, you are basically sharing about what you have overcome. So you cannot become an advocate if you have not overcome your fear and your disability. You have to overcome yourself first. So if you were to ask me, what's the first thing I should do, or how do I start in order for me to become a strong advocate? Well, start with yourself. Change who you think yourself is. If you think positive of who you are, then you are ready to become an advocate. But if you are still tentative or you are still indecisive of what you are, then you still need more time to understand. You still need more time to, you know, understand yourself well. But yes, that is one thing that you should do is you must start change your thoughts, change what your heart desires, but have the desire to have the change to make a difference within our community. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, right. Like it's like you're giving yourself or feed yourself with positive affirmations, right?
Yes, that is very much needed. You have to assure yourself so you'll be able to become a strong advocate to help make a difference within our people. Yes.
Oh, thank you for sharing your experience and the message and your advice for our young viewers who wants to become an advocate. Thank you. It's
Of
a very
course.
pleasure to have.
Thank you so much, Hope.
If you could leave our audience with one message about disability awareness and inclusion, what would you want everyone to remember?
That is a very powerful question since it's a message for people, and yes, it takes much courage. And one thing that I would love to leave with you guys is embrace who you are. Your disability now signifies that that is your identity. Therefore, you must embrace who you are. Love yourself, such so as how Jesus loves us. It says that we love because he first loved us. Therefore, we must love who we are because of the man that is within us.
Yes.
And everywhere we go, just declare his word that I am loved, I am beautiful. I am fearfully, wonderfully made. I'm fearless. Let us remove all the negative emotions because they don't belong with us. We deserve to be happy. We deserve to enjoy our youth. We are still young, and let us conquer the world. We can do it.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
able to. Yes.
Yes. Oh, well, then, thank you for um telling me your experience. It's very nice to meet you today.
I know.
This is a very enjoyable conversation.
It has been. Thank you so much,
It
Hope.
was interesting. Before you end this podcast, is there any platform that we could able to follow you with, like on Facebook or?
Yes, of course. I have a Facebook account and an Instagram account, so you can follow me then and walk alongside me with the journey of disability awareness and so forth. Yes,
Okay, that's nice.
yes,
Well, you heard that, everybody. Please follow her on Instagram and Facebook to hear about her doing her works to help raise awareness for people with disabilities.
yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Pacific Talk Podcast Self Advocacy Series. To learn more about Pacific Center in Human Security and the works that they do, please visit their website at pchs.americansamoa.edu and follow their Facebook page called the Pacific Center in Human Security. We also encourage you to follow the American Samoa Center for Independent Living on Facebook to stay connected with disability advocacy, sources, and community events. Until next time, thank you for joining with us as we continue to amplify self advocate voices and strengthen inclusion throughout in American Samoa. Soifua Maemanuia.